How to use the feedback summary tab in UpRaise. This feature is available in the UpRaise for employee success and UpRaise people apps on Jira. I've navigated to the summary page already. First, you'll realize that there is a duration selector at the top. You have the current quarter, last quarter, current month, last 30 days, and all-time options available. By default, the system will choose current quarter. There are multiple sections visible on the summary screen. However, not all of them are going to be impacted by the duration that you have chosen. So how do you identify those sections that have an impact based on the selected duration? Easy, just look at the title of that section and see if your current duration selection appears in brackets. So for example, in case of my stats, you can see it has the current quarter text in brackets within the title. If you look at the recent activity, it's not there. If you look at the suggestion, it's not there. But for tags, it is available. That means the tags or the data that is being displayed in here under the tag section will be impacted by the duration that you have chosen. So for example, if I were to change this to, let's say, last 30 days, you'll notice these sections have reloaded. Now they are saying last 30 days, last 30 days. Let us now understand the actual sections one by one. First one is My Stats. This section gives the logged in user an overall distribution of feedback according to the activity, obviously within the given duration. So what this is saying, in the last 30 days, I have not received a single feedback. In the last 30 days, I've given 5 feedback messages to my colleagues. In the last 30 days, there have been 9 feedback exchanges which have been shared with me, where I was neither the creator nor the requester. Similarly, I have not sent out any requests, feedback requests in the last 30 days. I've received 1 feedback request and I have created a private note. So this gives you a quick distribution of your feedback activity in the selected duration. Scrolling down on the left-hand side, you will notice recent activity. This section is not related to the duration selected. So it shows up all the recent activity that is visible to you with regards to continuous feedback. Whether that is some feedback that you have created, whether that is some feedback that was created for you, or whether you were just one of the users with whom the feedback was shared. The feedback was not about you, the feedback was not created by you, but you were one of the users who had the ability to view this feedback. So all that activity, let's say someone has added a comment on your feedback, all of that will become visible under recent activity. Under the suggestions section, the system will suggest you to take certain actions to connect with your coworkers to achieve more as a team. What kind of suggestions are displayed is dependent on your past activity within UpRaise continuous feedback, as well as your collaboration with your colleagues within Jira, right? So if I were to refresh this page, you'll notice this suggestion will also change. Right now, the suggestion is about one specific user where the system is asking me to request for feedback from that user. And here you'll notice the suggestion has now changed. So every time the suggestion will change based on your past activities, your collaboration with your colleagues. Scrolling down immediately below suggestions, you'll notice there is the tags visualization. I'll change the duration so that I have some data visible in here. You'll notice under the tags, I'm able to see the two types of feedback exchanges. One, the feedback that I have given and what kind of tags I had associated with those feedback messages. And two, the feedback messages that were about me. However, in the given duration, there is no feedback that I have received. So it says 000. But in the feedback given section, you can easily tell 2 out of the 5 feedback that I've given are associated with the tag needs improvement. 2 of them are classified as keep up. 1 of them is classified as fantastic work. You can even switch to one specific activity, whether that is given or received, depending on what you want to see. Scrolling down on the left-hand side, you'll see the feedback trends. This gives you this essentially shows you the feedback activity based on different actions you have taken. So for example, any feedback that you have given, any feedback that you have received, any feedback request, feedback notes, and all of that activity will appear in here. Now, obviously, in the given duration, there was no feedback that the logged in user had received. But for given activity, you'll notice from 11th of December to 21st of December, no feedback was created by the logged in user. However, from 21st to 31st, 2 feedback messages were created. From 31st to 10th Jan, 3 feedback messages were created. Now, the duration right now that is displayed is for 10 days. Depending on your selected duration at the top, this will change, right? So for example, if I were to look at all time, it will end up showing me year on year. So right from 2018, it will show me how many feedback I've given, how many feedback I've received, and so on, right? Moving on, you've got feedback labels. This will tell you the feedback labels that were associated with all the feedback messages that you have received. By default, it always shows the feedback received. Now you'll notice the logged in user has not received many feedback. So it just shows 2 not labeled feedback messages received by the logged in user and 1 feedback message that is associated with learning. However, I can switch this to say only the given feedback. So here I can easily spot what are the labels that I'm usually assigning my feedback messages with. So attention to detail, I've given 124 feedback focused on attention to detail throughout my use of UpRaise. I've given 76 that are related to commitment and so on, right? So this will give you further ideas surrounding your label usage. You can actually click on any one of these labels. So let's say I clicked on attention to detail and this is a left click. It will reveal the feedback tags that were associated with this specific label. So for attention to detail label, I given 60 needs improvement, 21 fantastic work, 17 keep up, and so on. And finally, the last visualization, or rather this time the table that's available for the logged in user is my direct reports. This section is going to be available only for the user who has direct reports within UpRaise company directory. Otherwise, this section will not be visible. Here, the logged in user can easily spot the different kinds of messages that have been given to his or her direct reports and the last time they give feedback to their direct report. So looking at this information, you can easily tell when was the last time you gave someone feedback. Obviously, this is talking about your direct reports, what kind of feedback was given, and so on. So this will become helpful for you to take quick actions with regards to your direct reports. Hope that was helpful. Thank you.